these housemates are already becoming messy and are already gunning for what they really want the public to see as their gameplay. And they are not holding back. I mean, we saw where Z was exposing Mich. We saw how Lerato and Papaghost are getting very cozy. And then we see how Z and young Pappy are now becoming probably a thing. Now, guys, this and more you're gonna see in this video. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell button beside for notification and every post I make. Don't forget to your comments down below and also share this video so that more people can get to see. Now, before I start, I've decided that because of the stress and a lot of things that are happening, I would only get to be showing the Lady Saxon face on HOH games, pool parties, Saturday night parties, and live evictions. I think that's better. On the rest, we're going to be using just voice. And also, for those of you who want to get to watch the live stream of Big Brother Mzansi, I'd advise you go check my community tab. I posted a picture on how you can watch it on Facebook. There's somebody that is live streaming. I don't know if they're live streaming 247 or just unique games and stuff. Now let's get right into the gist. So we noticed that yesterday rather, the housemates finished the head of house games and every other thing. But then there has been brewing some form of tension between some housemates, especially the ladies and then some guys. Now, one that was a key point was when there was a conversation between Z and young Pappy. Now, might I add that these two are becoming very close and cozy, and I really like to see it, you know. I cannot wait to start shipping any ship that, you know, that begins to sail. So, they were having a conversation. It was almost lights out. It has gone to black and white. They were upstairs having a conversation about Yolanda, the lady with the vertigo. Now, according to Z, she really does not vibe with Yolanda. I cannot remember or I do not know what happened between them, but they don't have a cordial relationship. And according to Z, Yolanda comes off rather authoritative and controlling, and their energies doesn't really blend. And of course, young Papi was confirming and agreeing to that. Now this conversation went so far more into when Sinai came. They spoke about the same thing. Papaghost came, they spoke about the same thing. However way it is going, I can see Z, young Papi and Papaghost creating a form of bond to, you know, look at, you know, have each other's back and then find a way to work against any other person. Soon enough, the camera moved on to, I think it was Makeke, Papa Ghost, and one other lady. They were looking at their artworks, you know, in preparation for their wager task later this week. And while they were doing that, they were talking about random stuff on why his own particular picture was in that particular aspect or portrait. But what was most interesting was the fact that soon enough he was done with that, and here was Lerato. She came and laid on the couch and was like, I really need massage, and my back is aching, my waist and stuff. And then he started massaging her because she lifted off her clothes, her shirt. And that was not enough. Girl lifted it up totally, removed her hands. And he was massaging her. You know, they were talking about life experience, business, and people, and then the things that were happening in the house. How some housemates have said that everybody must cook, and he was indicating the fact that he doesn't like cooking. He prefers to clean than to cook. And she was like, oh, she really likes cooking, and she was going to teach him or do it for him when it gets to his turn. And while he was massaging her, she kept making sounds, you know, those sounds when you're doing the clinicals. And then he was like, oh my God, Lerato, I like the way you moan. Like, it's messing with my mind, and I might just do things. I'm like, eh? Day two. You're talking about Wakadube? Okay, now, no problem. Moving on from that, it seems like Sinai is playing the same game as Z and Mitch. Now, earlier in a previous video, I said that Z and Mitch are trying to be friends with other housemates they feel might be strong points so they could be on their good side and get to better their game. And here was Sinai moving to Liema's bed where he was having conversations with her. And these conversations, although they were whispering, which I really don't like, I really hope Big Brother is going to caution them or warn them by later today on how to, when they want to talk, don't whisper. Of course, we know that you don't want the other person to hear, but do not whisper. Let the viewers get to hear you. So now they were having conversation about which housemates you're not really vibing with. Now, Liema was whispering, so I didn't know whom she pointed out at. But Sinai pointed out Yolanda because Yolanda has a strong energy. She had earlier said that she can be annoying and rude and tacky to people. So he really doesn't think he really vibes with her. The lady with the skin stuff upstairs. I'm like, At least you could ask her, hey, what's up? What is this condition called? But skin stuff, it could be offensive to some people. But that's just my opinion. However way it goes, these two are getting so cozy that I think it would lead to even more closeness. I mean, when bodies touch. These two apparently spent the most and longest night together than any of the housemates from day one, which was yesterday, and this is the night two. They had random conversations about business, life experience, and very, very random things that at some point I was almost not interested in. But the part that caught my attention was when Papaghost came and they were talking about Mich. And Papaghost was saying, at some point when they were taking their showers after the head of house games, he recalled he had not congratulated Mitch for winning the first head of house, and he had to congratulate him. Hey, dude, congratulations! It is such a huge feat to be the first of the season, and they just overlooked it. It's not as though they have a bad vibe or bad energy. Now, this was because young Papi was saying that he and Mitch are not really seemingly going on the same wavelength, but it's all good. He's a cool person. And then here was Z talking about how they actually know themselves from social media, and she does not want to say some things, but he is not really shy. He just selects people he talks to, and maybe it's because of his sexuality. And they're like, I don't understand. Okay, I think it is Papaghost who was talking about he's not sure whom Mitch would like, if he's into boys or girls. And then Z was like, oh, it's not a place to say, but well, she's not supposed to be having conversation about people's sexuality, but she knows Mitch very well. They talk, and Mitch talks about his partner. I'm like, girl, you just exposed the guy as a gay man or a person who is into other men. You didn't need to get to this point. So she apparently exposed him, but it is what it is. It might cause problems, but who knows? And finally, for those of you who don't know about the update, the housemates had a very nice, interesting head of house challenge. Now, before that, Big Brother scattered 6 eyes of the Big Brother logo in the house, and one of them was the lucky win for immunity and special save, whilst of course the people that would get to be saved from possible eviction would be the head of house, his deputy, whomever he saves, and of course the head of house is Mich, and he chose Fahima, the Muslim OnlyFans creator girl, and then the three Big Brother disruptors, that is Taki, Neo or Neo, and I think the last one is, I've forgotten her name. That's crazy. Aside that, every other housemate is up for eviction, and it is possible that at least one or two people might get to be evicted in a shocking 1 week stay in Big Brother's house. So, of course, that update and more I'm going to be bringing you guys. So, stick around and get all the juicy details on Lady Jackson's channel.